Hi, friends. Grab your chai or coffee. Let's talk Grateful Getaways. Happy Thanksgiving. Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Bucket List Retreats podcast. I'm your hostess, Kelly Morgan Murley. I am always just so grateful to have you here, especially this week. We are talking all about grateful getaways in honor of Thanksgiving here in the United States. It is something that just doesn't get enough attention, I think, on our travels, and that is gratitude. So we are going to get into all of that. Today, I have grabbed a chai and put it in my coffee cup. Available on bucketlistretreats.etsy.com. I have some really cute travel mugs, if I do say so myself. If you are Christmas shopping, check it out. Great for bosses, great for retreat leaders, moms, dads, daughters, sons, brothers. Those matter so hard to shop for. And I do customs. So let me know if you wanted to say something specific. Maybe they're more than just a coffee lover. But yeah, today I grabbed a chai. I love the Trader Joe's chai, just the little tea bags. And then you can add whatever flavoring you want in with it. Today I just added a little bit of cream and a little bit of agave. Ooh, it tastes just like a chai on the streets of India, or what I imagine one tastes like. And next week, when a lot of us are having a lot of free time, we are going to talk about the power of pause and how great that is for us and why winter, this season, all of the things that add into giving us time to maybe take a pause is really great for us. Now, if you are someone working at a Christmas market or something, this is your busy time of year. So I'm sure you will do this maybe after the holiday, okay? It's really one of my favorite subjects, and I would love to have you here talking all about the power of pause. So hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified when the episode comes out, usually Fridays at noon. Today on the podcast, we are going to talk about grateful getaways. You know, maybe instead of sitting around the Thanksgiving table and saying what you're grateful for, you actually hop on a plane and find out what you're grateful for. Even if it's just coming home, sometimes that's what it is, but that's awesome too, right? No offense to Aunt Carol's stuffing, but I just think, like a sunset gelato in Florence might give me a little bit of a new grateful perspective. But first, retreat news and reviews. And like in a couple weeks past, I have combined the two together. The news and the reviews kind of just merge the way they do. When you hear about these retreat news, it leads to a retreat that we can review. So today I want to share Bryn Elise on TikTok. I recently saw her TikTok and it led me down a path I think is really interesting and retreat newsworthy. Here is the TikTok that caught my attention. Let's listen to what she has to say.
About this burnout retreat in Mexico because America desperately needs it. It's a 5-day nervous system reset retreat that uses neuroscience and psychology to tackle burnout, anxiety, poor sleep, and stress. And the price for what you get still blows my mind. From the moment you land in Puerto Vallarta, you're picked up and brought to a stunning jungle villa. Each room is unique and all the food is included. It's chef-prepared, anti-inflammatory, and designed to help your body heal. The program is packed with workshops and experiences like QEEG brain mapping and neurofeedback sessions to uncover how your brain is functioning, heart rate variability training, and mitochondrial activation to retrain your stress response. Yoga, movement for neural performance, and guided meditation, ice baths to build resilience, breath work and red light therapy, and massage, beach hikes, and a trip to explore the town. And of course, a traditional Temazcal ceremony led in the jungle. I showed up skeptical, exhausted, and burned out, and left sleeping better, clear-headed, and more resilient than I've ever felt. We loved it so much. We're actually going back this year to do another retreat. If anyone wants to come hang out and join us, just comment retreat, and I'll send you the details.
It led me to reprecisionhealth.com. This is the website for the retreat that Bren went to in Puerto Vallarta that Bren went to in Puerto Vallarta, and it looks absolutely stunning on their website. The picture of the rooms right next to the jungle and the ocean and the food that they offer just look absolutely beautiful, and the classes. It's a really nice beginning video on the website. But what I wanted to talk about is the modalities that they offer because they offer so many different things. Some I don't even know how to pronounce. They offer Quig and neurofeedback, heart rate variability training, sympathetic dominance protocol, trauma release exercises, TRE, anti-inflammatory diet, gut healing protocol, a compression suit. Wow, that sounds nice. Photobiomodulation, which is some sort of a red light therapy, PREMP and infrared, cold thermogenesis, Temazcal, let me read you this one though, an ancient Mesoamerican ritual using heat, steam, herbs, and chanting for purification of the mind and body. I would be interested as long as I don't overeat. Functional movements, breath work, body work, drop-in therapy, yoga, and working in art and cooking classes, and nature therapy, which shows a woman walking on a beautiful beach. I have been to Puerto Vallarta. I fell in love with Puerto Vallarta. I was under the impression that they were a desert like Cabo San Lucas, but no, they are a jungle, and I just couldn't believe it when I jumped off the plane. I'm so impressed with that retreat center. They sound like the food there coincides perfectly with everything that you're doing to reset and recharge. And the reviews on there are just fantastic. So you have to click on the link in the show notes and go listen to some of those reviews. They're extensive and really succinct. Everyone really explained how they were helped out at the retreat. I just find it fantastic that people are taking care of themselves and retreating to gain clarity and happiness in their lives. It's fantastic. Uh, I'm just laughing because the retreat news and reviews, that retreat center is exactly what I'm talking about here. On topic. I tell you, on topic. I would consider that retreat center a total grateful getaway. Today, we are asking, what is a grateful getaway? A grateful getaway isn't an escape. It's an immersive experience. It's travel designed with intention and connection and appreciation. It's about being grateful for the place that you're at, for the people that you're with. And honestly, it's that part of you that said yes to this trip and actually made a plan, bought a ticket, and got on that plane. If you're nodding already, go ahead and hit that like button. You're amongst friends. Travel just sparks gratitude. When we travel, we step out of routine, we slow down, and suddenly little things show up in neon lights. You don't truly appreciate a hot shower until you've taken a glacial plunge in Iceland. Sometimes it takes a delayed flight or a stuck zipper on your suitcase or like a sunrise after, just 2 hours of sleep to realize what actually matters. Of course, I found that group travel amplifies gratitude. There is something about witnessing awe together. It reminds me of when we were in Bali, waiting for a whole bunch of bats to come out of this cave right by the ocean with hundreds of other people. Everyone comes there every night at sunset to watch, I don't know, millions of bats come out and fly out of this cave. And it would have been absolutely intense if I had seen it just all by myself, but to hear this huge crowd oohing and awing gasping. It was really a surround sound experience and a feast for the eyes. And as you travel around with your group, you all start getting inside jokes about, like the tuk-tuk ride or the shopkeeper you just dealt with, or even the class you just went through. I just find it amazing how you immediately start clicking and enjoying all of the experiences together. It really elevates the whole event. And then there's that person in the group that talks you into finally taking that hot air balloon ride, which is something you swore you would never do. And yet the group cheers you on to help you conquer your fears. It's fantastic. And next thing you know, you're up in the air and so grateful for this magnificent view you would have never seen otherwise. And somehow you're even more grateful for the people that you experienced it with. So when you get done with all of your planning, consider adding gratitude to your trip. Number one, set an intention before you go. Maybe, what do I want to come home appreciating more? Number two, add a gratitude check-in. You can even grab your phone, do a quick video of a great, quick share of the day moment. Another way to express gratitude on a group trip is to leave a note for your travel buddy on your last night. It's such a fun thing to find in your suitcase. That is what a Grateful Getaway does for you. You don't come home with more stuff. You come home with more perspective and maybe a little more stuff. If you're anything like me, if any of this is resonating and you're thinking, I need a few moments like this, our 18-day Southeast Asia getaway to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand in February of 2026 might be calling your name. We only have 3 spots left, so if you're feeling that pull, like so many of us, to get out and see this world, consider a grateful getaway with us, because gratitude doesn't belong just at the table. It belongs on your itinerary. So ask yourself today, where would I go if it wasn't just for the adventure, but appreciation? And if that question sparks something, hold on to it heading into the next season. Thank you again for joining us here on the podcast. I hope each and every one of you are having a beautiful Thanksgiving week and you take care of yourself. Next week, while you're lounging around, pop in while we talk about the power of the pause. Pause, not pause like your cute little furry friend. Although I would love to talk about the power of the little cute furry friend's pause, wouldn't you? But this is the power of the pause, how stillness can be just as transformational as movement. You won't want to miss that. So seriously, go ahead and subscribe so it pops up when you're full of pie next week. Thank you for spending these moments with me. I hope you have enjoyed the retreat news and reviews and talking about grateful getaways. And if today reminded you of someone you are grateful for, go ahead and send them this episode. They might be your next travel buddy. Until then, keep retreating, keep exploring, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye-bye.